If you ask me what my belief is now in God, I'm more agnostic than anything. I don't claim any one way or the other. Sometimes I believe in God, sometimes I don't.
Cheetos and Takis. Cheetos and Takis instead of sloppy toppy. Cheetos and Takis. Cheetos and Takis instead of sloppy toppy. Cheetos and Takis. Cheetos and Takis.
So I'm here in beautiful Thornton, California, by Circle H Market right here, and I'm checking out La Esperanza taco truck. Thanks to the recommendation of Don Sanchez. Took your recommendation seriously. Got a torta and an agua fresca on deck, so it's gonna be bomb. Do you think that they know that I'm filming right now? All right, let me test them out. If you guys know that I'm filming because you guys are psychic, then make the purple building turn red right now. I knew y'all was fake. Hey, what's up, my cochinos and cochinas? I'd like to welcome you back to another fucking video. I'd like to welcome you back to another fucking mukbang. All right, so we're in beautiful Thornton, California. I got to give a shout out to one of my subscribers, Don Sanchez. She's new to the channel, but she recommended a taco truck that's pretty near to where I live. So we're in beautiful Thornton, California. I am actually filming on location. So Don, if you like the channel already, that is probably going to excite you. The fact that I made one of my videos in a place where you be going to kind of often. I think you said you eat here like 2 to 3 times a day, if I read it right. So yeah, anyways, we're gonna talk about something controversial today, all right? I didn't even say the word controversial, right? I took away the sh. I just left the S there, you know what I mean? I took the I out because it's all about me. Anyways, so yeah, we're gonna talk about something controversial today, and I may get some hate for it. I may not. I may get some praise. You know, I'm gonna ruffle some feathers, that's for sure. So you're gonna want to stick around for that. But first, let me go ahead and show you what I got from this taco truck. The taco truck, as you saw earlier, is called La Esperanza. It looks like a nice size torta, you know what I mean? They got the bread going on. They got the aguacate. They got the cilantro, cebolla, you know what I mean? We got tomatoes, lettuce. Looks like we got some sauce on there and shit. A shit ton of asada. Look at that, you got that queso game going on right there. Oh man, it looks delicious. I also got, because one of my subscribers recently said, hey bro, you know, get some horchata, you know what I mean? So I got the horchata on deck. It looks like strawberry horchata, hold on. I was holding my hand kind of sus for a second. Oh yeah, that's on point. The torta, I believe, was $8, and he only charged me $1 for the horchata. I don't know, because it came out to like $9. Maybe he's being friendly because I'm new. What I will say about this taco truck is it's in Thornton, California, by Circle H Market. It's called La Esperanza. Thornton, Lodi, whatever. Same thing almost. So, yeah, it's the dude is very friendly. It's very clean the way they packaged it. He put it in a paper bag, then he also put it in a plastic bag. Handed me everything. Like, they just were very clean. The horchata is on point. I already like that. It's not too sweet, it's not too unsweet. It's really good. So if you're wondering what we're going to talk about today, let me get a couple bites in and then we'll just get into it. Okay, before we start, this is kind of what we're going to be talking about. But before we start, let's go ahead and I love to eat tortas and burritos. All right, so let's go ahead and get intimately involved with this here torta while we can. I'm just sitting on the side of the road with my vehicle in idle, even though there's a sign that said commercial vehicles not allowed to idle right here, but I'm not a commercial vehicle, so hopefully I don't get arrested. That's a good thumbnail. I'm getting another solid bite in. That bread's on point. Bread makes a world of difference. The asada, same thing. Not too salty. Cooked perfectly. They also gave me a couple salsas on the side. I got this little, I don't know what color that is, like a mole. And then this green one. And then also, like the real G's that they are, taco trucks. If you don't include this with your person's food, you're doing it wrong, bro. Like, what the fuck? All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys know what we're talking about today, just in case you want to click off. All right, I'm gonna say this first. I'm not talking about anybody in particular. I'm talking about everybody. All right, I'm gonna talk about praying before you eat when you're doing mukbangs, or just praying before you eat in general. All right, and the reason I want to talk about it is not because I think it's wrong or anything. It's just that I just want to talk about it because I see a lot of people doing it. A lot of people that I wouldn't even expect to do it. Not that I'm judging everybody. I'm like, oh shit, okay. You know, they're praying. All right, well, you know, whatever. Let me fast forward a little bit. Now, and I'll get involved and let you guys know my my personal beliefs and shit like that. Not that you care. Maybe you do. Who knows? Hey, but I'm on those channels, you know what I mean? I'm gonna speak my mind. I'm gonna be real and shit like that, all right? So, let me go ahead and take a bite right here. The bread's perfect too, because it's helping everything not spill out. Pause. When you eat the jalapeno, unfortunately, if you're a guy, you gotta suck it out, bro. You gotta suck the juice out. Because if you don't, it's gonna squirt everywhere. And I know you're unfamiliar with things squirting everywhere. But if you follow my tips, I can get you there. Anyway, it's pretty good so far. I'm liking it. Now, I won't say it's the best taco truck I've ever eaten at. You know, where I live, Northern California out here, Stockton, Lodi, there's some good Mexican food. There's some good Mexican food, so there's a lot of competition. So there's a lot of ones that are great. And at this point, honestly, I think there's a couple up there that I really like. Don Rafa's is really good. The one over there by In-N-Out, I think it's called Maita. It's really good. But to say that this one in particular is the best, hands down, it's really hard to find. There's even some in Modesto that are pretty good. Jessica's Taco Truck, if you're from that area, you know what I'm talking about. Let me go ahead and try some of this sauce. All right, so I found it interesting because, you know, I'll be watching mukbangs. I'll see a person pray here or there, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. You know what I mean? But then in the same video, you know, I may see them cursing or, you know, whatever, talk about this or that. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. It's your life. You live how you want to live. You talk how you want to talk. You pray how you want to pray. It's your business. Especially if you're in America, you know, we kind of believe in freedom of religion. It doesn't seem like that when you're here, because there's a lot of people who hate on Muslims and other religions, it seems like. But ultimately, believe what you want to believe, praise who you want to praise, whatever. But I just find it kind of interesting that everybody likes praying before they eat on mukbangs. Now, I gotta say, I grew up Catholic, homie. You know, Católico to the fuck core, bro. I got baptized in water, baptized in beer by my uncles. You know what I mean? I got my communion or Holy Eucharist. I got my confirmation. Only thing I haven't done is got married in the Catholic Church. So, you know what I mean? That's the only thing. And I haven't died yet and had my funeral at the Catholic Church. So, you know, I'm not complete in my Catholicism. But when I was like 17 years old, I hadn't been to Catholic Church in a minute. And I decided that I wanted to go to the church with one of the homies. He invited me to a church service, youth group or whatever. but it ended up being Christian. I only went because he said there was going to be food. And so I was like, all right, let's go. But I actually ended up liking it. I liked the message that they had. I liked the people there. I liked the music, you know what I mean? Like, it just felt more lively. So for many years, I considered myself more of a Christian faith than Catholic. But I have that, you know, in me. I even used to be an altar boy, which I can give you more stories on that if you guys want later on. Just let me know. So I understand. I grew up in a household where we had to pray before every fucking meal. Now don't get mad. Don't be sensitive and shit. Don't come on this shit thinking that I'm blaspheming just because I'm talking about prayer and cursing at the same fucking time, right? It's the way it is. If you ask me what my belief is now in God, I'm more agnostic than anything. I don't claim any one way or the other. Sometimes I believe in God, sometimes I don't. Sometimes, I think a lot of the time, my belief in God comes back down to memory, to how I was raised, to what I learned for so long. When we come down to actual, like, today, and all the things that I've been through, it's hard for me to believe in God because not just the shit that I went through, because people will be like, well, look at everything that you came through, you know, look at everything that you went through, and look how far you've come, you know what I mean? And then we say shit like, you know, God saved you. But I look at all the people God didn't save. All the people that died prematurely. I don't want to get into that right now. That's a different subject for another day. I'm just letting you know why I'm agnostic, right? Or consider myself agnostic. So, it's fine. If you want to pray in your video, if you want to thank God for your food, that's fine. And honestly, maybe it's just banter. Maybe I'm just, you know, having this conversation. But do you pray to God before you fuck? You know what I mean? Do you pray to God before you get fucked? Do you pray to God before you get drunk? Do you pray to God before you beat your meat? You know what I mean? Make it skeet. Do you pray to God before you do other shit in life? You know what I mean? I think it's okay to be thankful. You know what I mean? I don't see nothing wrong with that. Do you thank God right when you wake up? Like, hey, thank you God for another day. I'm just wondering. These are more like questions, you know what I mean? Like, why do you feel the need to pray for your food or before you eat in your videos? And like I said, it ain't directed at anybody, because I actually have homies who make these types of videos that pray before they eat. So if you think I'm taking shots at you, I'm not. I'm just kind of genuinely curious. Why do you pray before you eat? Is it because other people do it? Because I kind of see it becoming a trend a little bit more and more of people praying before they eat. And I don't know if it weirds people out, or people who aren't religious, if they just understand because they come from that background too. I really don't know. Excuse me. Also, what I want you guys to do is send this video to your favorite creators that pray before they eat. If I was being truthful and praying before I ate, my prayer would sound something like this. God, thank you for this food. And I pray it doesn't ever give me a heart attack, even though I'm choosing to eat the greasiest, nastiest, most unhealthy food. I pray it doesn't give me a heart attack. I pray that, if anything, it gives me a hard attack, meaning it helps make me harder. It keeps the blood flowing, you know what I mean? It keeps my erections on point. Amen. And now, before you get mad and you're like, come on, bro, God approves sex, right? Like, how do you think you got here? You know what I mean? Your mom got fucked and you're here. So I'm just saying there's nothing wrong with sex. And some of you are going to be like, yeah, but you got to be married before you have sex. Did you get married before you had sex? You know what I mean? Sometimes just take all your thoughts and all your preaching and your beliefs and just set them to the side, bro, and let people live their lives, right? So I'm letting people live their lives, but I'm just genuinely curious why so many people feel the need to pray before they eat. Does it like will you not get food poisoning if you pray before you eat? Or is it just simply a gesture of thankfulness? Because I can get with that. I understand that. If you made it this far in the video, comment below. I pray before I lay. I lightweight. Want to go back and get some more food. That was pretty on point. Thanks again to Don Sanchez for that. That was pretty on point. I'll tell you what I was tempted by though. I was just driving by. I was about to leave and I saw they had a panaderia. I'm like, damn, bro. I should go in there and get some dessert, but it's always tempting to pass. It's always tempting to want to get something from there and not pass it. So I don't know, you know what I mean? Like, if you want to pray before you eat your food on a mukbang, that's cool. But I mean, I don't know, like if you're a Christian or Catholic or whatever, I think sometimes we do things because it's tradition. Sometimes it's just, built within us. It's something that we're used to and we don't even understand why. So anyways, I'm going to continue not praying before I eat, and you can continue praying before you eat. But either way, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you made it this far in the video, once again, say, I pray before I lay. All right? So thanks for watching. Thanks again to the subscriber, Don Sanchez, for the recommendation to La Esperanza taco truck here in beautiful Thornton, California. And one last thing before I go, okay? You're going to want it, because most of you guys stick around at the end because you're like, oh, something. You have to stick around to the end. But one time, right? One time, I prayed before I laid, and I went to Planned Parenthood, and everything was clear.